of our devotion is God loves those whom the world see as weak and lowly. We shall be reading from the book of 1 Samuel 16 verse 6 to 12. When they arrived, Samuel saw Eliab and thought, surely the Lord's anointed stands before the Lord. But the Lord said to Samuel, do not consider his appearance or his height, for I have rejected him. The Lord does not look at things that men look at. Man look at the outer appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. Then Jesse called Abinadab and had him pass in front of Samuel. But Samuel said, the Lord had not chosen this one either. Jesse had Shammah pass before Samuel. But Samuel said, nor has the Lord chosen this one. Jesse had 7 of his sons pass before Samuel. But Samuel said to him, the Lord has not chosen these. So he asked Jesse, are all these the sons that you have? There is still the youngest. Jesse answered, but he is tending the sheep. Samuel said, send for him. He will not sit down until he arrives. So he sent and had him brought in. He was ruddy with a fine appearance and handsome features. Then the Lord said, rise and anoint him. He is the one. What I've noticed from this little passage is that God has a sharp eye. He does not look at the things that us, or maybe let me say men, look at. He looks at the inner part of a person, the heart, which means that the appearance, your height, and everything does not matter, because he rejected Eliab, which is a person Samuel thought, the Lord's anointed is standing before us. But what happened? God's sharp eye is too strong. He wasn't looking for a handsome young man like maybe Saul, because we know that King Saul was handsome. But then he just chose the lowly, the boy who wasn't even part of this whole plan, to such an extent that when Samuel invited Jesse for the sacrifice, Jesse did not call David to be consecrated, or he did not invite him to the sacrifice. But then he only mentioned David. When he was asked, are these the only sons that we have? Because God had rejected all the other sons. Eliab, Shammah, the 7 sons, all the sons. But this is what happened. Jesse then mentioned David, and he said he's tending sheep. Which means that instead of just saying the youngest is maybe in the field, he just thought of David as a shepherd boy. He has to tend sheep. He did not think of him as a great asset to God, who would even be capable of being king. He just thought of him as a lowly person, as a weak, useless boy. He was just tending sheep and nothing else. He did not even deserve to be a king, let alone deserving to be part of this whole sacrifice. If maybe David meant a lot, or maybe if Jesse took David as a real boy, as not a lowly person, he would have maybe called him. He would have called him just to be part of the sacrifice, so that he would also be part of the sacrifice, because it was said that all the sons of Jesse had to be called. But then Jesse did not think of calling David. He just mentioned him when he was told that no, all your sons have been rejected. Is there any other son that we have? He said, oh, he's tending the sheep, which means that he was like, in his mind, he had the fact that David has to always tend the sheep. He doesn't deserve to be part of this whole sacrifice. He doesn't deserve to even see Prophet Samuel, which shows that Jesse did not really think of David as a son who would bring good news to his household, but he thought of him as a lowly thing. And then God, because he just doesn't look at your appearance, the talent, the things that you have, your status or everything, he just chose the lowly thing. He chooses the lowly things of this world, and the despised things, and the things that are to nullify, things that are. That's found in 1 Corinthians 1 verse 28. God just chose David, the last person everyone thought of as being king. He chose him because he saw that he was capable of being king. He was a great asset to God. But then to the whole family, no one thought of David being the king, and he was even anointed in front of his brothers. It shows that God chooses those whom we think they don't deserve to be this. Even David, he chose just a shepherd boy to his family, a shepherd boy to his family. And he turned that shepherd boy, that useless shepherd boy, that lowly person they saw, into something great, into a king, a person who was able to rule over Israel.